Hello and welcome to Epic Sketch Time. Epic Sketch Time is a weekly online group. We've been meeting for the last 7 or 8 years, originally on Google Hangouts and now via Zoom. We usually meet every Tuesday at 4:30 Pacific time. You can follow links below in the doobly-doo if you can either sign up via Eventbrite. This link down below on this YouTube clip will take you to a link where you can sign up for our email reminder, which I sent out very late today, like an hour ago. So we might just get some steadfast regulars today. Sorry about that. I really need to get better about that. My name is Mark Monlux. I live in Tacoma, Washington. This group was first started by a guy named James Stowe, also in Tacoma, Washington. Basically, he wanted a way to meet with his fellow freelancers, and this was just one opportunity. Stowe can't be with us today. He's got a teaching gig, which keeps him from showing up. And today I'm planning on working on my deck of playing cards featuring obscure movie aliens. Bill, you were next in the room. What are you working on today?
I'm Bill Morse. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator working in Seattle, Washington. And today I am playing catch up on my ongoing comic strip, Rhapsodies, which you can find at rhapsodies.wpmorse.com.
David, do you want to chime in and tell people where you're from and what project you're working on today? Or if you don't, you just want to stay quiet, that's okay too.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes,
hello, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm not I don't make Zoom often. I'm from Quebec. I speak French, you know, but I'm okay. I'm here by curiosity.
Fun stuff.
My first time.
Yeah, very nice. I've been to Montreal a few times, but beyond that, the only Quebec memories I have was a trip to the Granby Zoo my uncle took us to at one point.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm from Laval. It's 20 minutes from Montreal.
Okay.
The next big city beside Montreal.
Ah.
Okay, but I'm not used to video myself, and I'm more a spectator, you know.
Well, if you have any questions regarding illustration technique or drawing techniques, let us know, and Bill and I will give us your feedback. I was dealing with a contract issue earlier today, and this was in regards to doing something for the city of Tacoma. And I've done many projects for the city in the past. This occasionally pops up. You'll get a contract and it'll have a section where it's going to ask you to have liability insurance. And obviously this contract was a boilerplate, and the liability insurance was for people like if you're a contractor and you're fixing a house or you're doing a building. So they wanted to have like $1 million in personal injury liability and another $1 million in media liability. And I took a look at the cost of that insurance for me, and it'd be the same amount as what they were going to pay me for the project, because the project didn't have that big of a fee. So I contacted the city, the person at the city, and say, hey, you need to waive this because it's either that or you have to pay this premium because I don't need it otherwise. So that was my morning.
Fun.
Yeah, lots of fun.
This is the one for the garbage trucks.
Yeah, if I get it, it'd be for the garbage trucks. But who knows? They should have no problem waiving it. I've already done art wraps for recycling containers in the city. So this should not be an issue. And I'm looking on if there's an image I can show. Oh, I thought what I would try to do is while we're live, do something with my tablet. Last week I was on assignment, on location, and I needed to do some scanning, but the little portable scanner I had wasn't available. And so I had to wait until I got home to do all the scanning. And someone then told me that, hey, you can just take photographs. So I'm looking through here for an image that's, oh, here's a good image. You can take photographs with your camera if you use either Dropbox or Notes, and then save that image as a scan and then import it into color. So I thought, I'm going to just give that a shot right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And just go through this process and show you guys what I learned. And my laptop's downloading the software one more time. There we go. I should be able to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my Dropbox. And I should be able, whoops, that's an image I shouldn't share. Let's see. Now I should be able to add in an image by I thought there was a way I could take a photograph in here. I did this earlier today. I promise I did. Maybe, oh, here we go. Create. Take a photo. So I'm going to take a photo here. And I should have an option of.
You're trying to move this into Procreate?
Yes, but I should get a scan option. Okay, so I say use this photo. I'm just going to call this B1. Okay. Save. So here it is in Dropbox. I'm going to hit this little edit button. Now, I'm not liking the quality of this photograph. So what I'm going to do is see how this, to me, this looks a little grayish and blurry. I still might be able to fix it up once I get it inside Procreate.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
here's something, save as scan. Oh, that cleaned it up significantly. Look how well that did.
uh,
That made it a nice black and white image. I'm going to say, go ahead, next. And I'm just going to give this. Call it B3. I'm looking through. Okay, so here's my scan one. I'm now going to go ahead and download it. Click my share. Send a copy to Procreate. I should now be able to go into my Procreate. And there it is. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that here is what I was having a difficulty before. Because I marked it as scanned, and this is where maybe, Bill, you can give me a helping hand.
mhm.
You notice that when I go up and I select a color like this red color,
Right.
that up in the top right-hand corner, the color selection I get is a gray color. Well, that's because when I go to the canvas information and I click on the color profile, it's telling me that all I have is a gray gamma profile, and I'm not able to change it to another profile.
Hmm.
When I click on available,
One thing I might try, I would suggest trying, is create another document and copy and paste this one into
that's
it.
okay. That's a good idea. Let's try that. Copy. Awesome. I'll go in and create another. Okay, copied and pasted into a new document. Let's see if that changed my color settings. Hey, take a look at that. I now have color options.
Good.
Let's select. Oh, what do you think? Display P3 or just an RGB selection?
Hmm.
I'll just go with the that one. Actually, what I'm going to do first is see if I can just go ahead and create another layer. If I select a color, oh, look, I don't need to change the color profile because like you said, my preferences already came in. So this is working fine. Now all I need to do is go into this layer that I just scanned, and there are a few little bits and pieces that need to be cleaned up. I'm just going to change my pens around. I got some specks here. That was one speck. I thought I saw a speck on the body. There's another speck. Get rid of that. Clean that up. What I would really like to do is, I wish there was a way inside Procreate where you can create and make these into really sharp black and white lines, but I can't. So, but I should be able to now go in here and just say, I want to use this as a reference. There we go.
One way to sharpen it is to duplicate the layer and set it for either overlay or multiply. An overlay frequently gets all the grays out.
That's a good idea. What I'll do is I'll make a duplicate of that. And I'll just hide the reference one for, actually, I'll turn off the reference so that doesn't interfere. And you would say go into my colors. Oh,
Layers, yeah.
and then which command is it here?
It's tapping on the N. Go to N.
Oh, okay. So create a layer.
No. Oh, as far as the different layer, as I said, tap N.
I create another layer by tapping on the N sign.
No, the N will give you all the various filter settings.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry. The N. Okay, not the and. Okay. So let's see.
Multiply is up above. You have to scroll up for multiply.
Oh, there we go. Okay, clicking on multiply. And what I'll do is I'll okay, so multiply is, oh, I see. It does. I'm going to zoom in really hard on that. It does, it's not getting rid of the anti-aliasing, it's just reducing or increasing the thickness of the line for me.
Okay,
So I'm not gonna bother with that then.
that's a suggestion.
Okay. Well, I should be able to just go in now and reference. I'm going to just drop some color on the layer below. Bill, do you know, okay, so I did a drop on the layer below, but because this layer on the top is opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know of any way of just doing maybe if I did a paint darker than?
Oh, for the make it transparent, switching it to multiply works.
Okay. So switch this to so if I wanted to make this transparent, I could make it into multiply, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Oh, that worked fine. That's perfect. Thank you, Bill. So now I can just go in and do my drops.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to do this the next time I travel because I could have spent my entire time on the flight back from home coloring things, and all I needed to do was just take a photograph since it's a simple black and white. Okay, so the thing is, take the photograph, put it in, do it as multiply so that this layer, I also have it as multiply and reference so that when I drop in down below, everything drops into its own spot. Perfect. Okay, that's great.
Excellent.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, but I was noticing that when I did this on using notes. Okay, so I use notes. That image keeps popping up. Okay, so I'm going to take this picture of this thing again.
I wonder if having a scanner on the iPad would be a good idea. I mean, I have one on my phone and I've never moved it onto my iPad.
Okay, so clicking on this one, and I think if I go in here and I click black and white, this will give me a night. For some reason, when you, oh, I wasn't showing you guys. I'll show you one more time. Okay. Share screen. So the first time I did this, it was using Dropbox.
Mm-hmm.
But if you use it using notes, okay, so I'm going to go into notes. If you go into notes and do it, you set up your picture. It will do it automatically.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And then when you go in to it right here, you go up to the top where there are these three circles in the top.
Yeah.
And then you get on the right-hand side, you get color, grayscale, black and white.
Yeah.
You click on the black and white and see, all I wanted was the black and white. That works really great. Do a quick, if your paper's crooked, you can go ahead and alter it. So I'm going to go ahead and get my crop in there. And then I can say, okay, that image is done. And then now I can go ahead and take this image, which is now inside my notes. Let me get, go ahead, cancel. Need to go on this one and click done. Okay. How do I leave notes? I'll just save all three of these images. Okay, and click done. And I can go into my notes and then. From here, go ahead and copy this or save it to my Dropbox. But I'm going to see if I can possibly drop it directly into my Procreate.
Yeah, because it's sort of like generally Procreate works just fine with the opening photo function.
You know, but what I really like is the ability to get that nice crisp black and white line.
Yeah, and generally I do what I just described.
Can you show me how you do it?
Well, keep in mind this is just for when I'm doing it. I just am going to be tracing it, but
oh, this is for photo reference.
oh no! If this is what I'm talking about is frequently if I have a sketch that I just finished, I have the camera on, take the picture, go to Procreate, press Add, and one of the options is open the photo.
Why don't you go ahead and do a screen share and show us how you do it?
Okay. Yeah.
Get out a nice little something we could see.
Okay, yeah, just a second.
I don't know if you use Procreate, David, or not, but it's a very inexpensive program. And there are thousands of tutorials to teach you how you use it. I paid $20 for my Procreate.
Huh. I'm pretty sure I paid 15. But oh, there we go.
And Bill and I both got Procreate about the same time, just before the pandemic hit. If I remember
know nothing
correctly.
about Procreate. That's the thing. I tried to. I paint, sketch, all traditional.
Oh.
Yeah, Bill likes to do watercolors, and he likes to keep his chops up, as he says, by going to the park and doing watercolors.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyway,
I tried plein air, but you have to take the time.
what the? It's not.
All of my illustrations, a lot of them that I do for corporations are just done with Sharpies. So I go in and I sit in on brainstorming sessions for corporations, and I help the marketing team talk to the engineers, and I help them visualize with each other's. And sometimes I'll do drawings of future concepts or.
Sorry, it's having a personality, and see if it works with the cord.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not finished. It's the basic. Well, but you can't see. The red is not done.
Oh, but that's a nice truck.
But it's the chrome, the technique for chrome that I'm trying to do, Now it's just gray, the base. You can see.
Yeah. Getting a chrome looking finish, are you using a metallic paint, or are you working with gray and then trying to create like
it's only gray. I thought maybe putting a bit of white blue, I don't know, but it's the red that is gonna shine, because now that's only the base. It's nothing. I did only two. There's 2 stages done on this. This is the base, and I did 2. I put a bit of time on the gray, but I'm gonna It's a start, but it's like 6 months I'm on this, I think.
Yeah.
2 hours a shot.
Yeah. One thing I've been showing off to some of my friends is some of this bit of my own traditional art that I did over the weekend.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh,
Yeah, watercolor this?
Yes.
Yeah, I do watercolor a bit, but just to bold, just to get it out.
Yeah, I
like,
get it.
I
I
like
like it because
charcoal.
I like it because since it's so unforgiving, you can take pride in being good at it, and two, it's portable.
Yeah, but it's easier to clean.
Yeah, yes, very much so. Here, I'm going to try with the cord now. Just a second.
I'm pretty new in art, I know how to draw, but no, I want to do more,
Yeah. Okay, anyway, Mark, as I was saying,
okay,
so anyway, I go to some piece of sketch art and try to line it up as best as possible.
You have a truck here?
And then
oh, did you do that within the camera, or did you do that from within Procreate?
That was in the camera.
Okay, so to access the camera, how do you access? Oh, you go up to plus.
Right. Oh, it's it's one of the apps in the iPad. I think it's the one that looks like a color wheel.
Oh, so you go into the color wheel first to take the photograph, and then you go in, because I thought you said you could take the camera. I thought you.
But anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, so I go to add and insert a photo.
Okay, so it's on your photo roll then.
Yes.
Okay.
And voila.
Okay.
Voila.
And then adjust it and create another layer. And voila, ink over it.
So
you have a digital pencil that you don't do this with the mouse. It's
right. And no,
you need another kit.
No, the mouse. While I'm very impressed by a lot of people who can draw with their mouse, it's more trouble than it's worth when you have something better. But anyway, that was my 10 cents.
well, I can show you how I try to draw with Chrome using plain fills. Your instinct to use a blue, I can tell you where that comes from. Let me go in, and I'll just give me a sec. You were holding up another drawing a moment ago, David. What was that?
Oh, it's my sketchbook. It's just like cars.
Not.
You don't see well, but
oh yeah, I see.
Yeah, no, that came out. I like the wheel came out really well.
Yeah, but it's done at my job when I have 10 minutes. It's pictures I took at a show and shine. Car and shine.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I try to take a pose that's just unusual a bit. But this is like a truck on a live at my I work in trucks, so
yeah.
When I have 10 minutes, but sometimes the truck start to move before I finish. But it's all this is done only with a ball pen, and you can see now. Try to. It's my light.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's
all about a pen, and it's what I see in front of me, but it's all a trial and error. It's I did a little plein air watercolor.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, nice.
But you know, that's new plein air for me.
Hmm.
I like oil, but it's a lot of preparation and everything. So
Definitely. Every now and again, I've considered. I haven't done ink. I haven't done oil since college. Every now and again, I'm tempted to go back and try it, but between it would smell up my apartment and the
Yeah.
fact that a full kit probably would cost me about $150. It's a,
try a marketplace, man. There's a lot of there's people that give their stuff
mhm.
almost.
So I'm going to go ahead and let's see.
Yeah, tell me about Chrome. That's what you.
Yeah, hang on for a moment. Let me try this again. For some reason, we didn't want to share. Okay. So this is what I learned when I was back when I was in college. I had an airbrush teacher. And what he said was, okay, your instinct when doing chrome is to make it a gray color. But he says what you're really dealing with is
It's a mirror.
it's a mirror. So what you want to do is you want to pick a bright sky color, like a blue. I'm just, whoops, hang on. I'll just put a, see if I can get this color right. Find the right blue highlight. There we go. So I like that blue. And then you want to get whatever the ground color is, usually a light brown. So let's see, take that, lighten it up a little bit. So here's your color for your earth, and then here's your color for the sky. And so the first thing you're going to do is, I have this showing up on a white background, but what it really should be, your gray circle should actually be in the middle of sort of like, it should have a thin border of white around it. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly draw a thin sphere of white. And because this is on the lower level, so here is already just that gray is looking a little bit more roundish because it's got a little bit of an edge behind it. We're often taught when you're doing shading, I'll just go up here real quick. People think, oh, when I'm doing shading, I should, you know, shade it all like this to make it sort of like a sphere, to kind of, you want this shadow area. So all this is like a shadow. But what you really want to do is have a little bit of an edge of white in addition to that. If you have a little bit of edge of white right on the edge, it makes it look rounder. And the reason for that is because you got a light source coming in this way, but you also have light that's kind of bouncing back just a little bit from this side. And that's what that little edge is. So I'm going to go in. And if you'll see, I've got a brighter edge, then a lighter edge, and then I have the depth of my shadow. So we'll come back to that. That's kind of making that sphere shape. So I got the sphere shape now. Now to make the reflection shape, I'm just going to select what I did was I made this kind of curvish because I wanted this edge to look like it's going around the sphere. And then I filled it in blue because that's the sky. That's pretty much the color of the sky. Now I'm going to go in and do the same thing with the reflection of the ground.
My mistake on my paint is I put the background black, so it's not like there's no sky and ground, you know, but I know I have to imagine it on the Chrome, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this I know that the Chrome reflects. So if there's another car on the side, you can see it in the Chrome. If the car is green, you can put green, you know. But now I have a black background, so I have to make my own space around, you know.
Now what I'm going to do next is oops. You can do this you can paint this with another color, but you'll see how you want to kind of blend in the blue that's here with the color that you have for your Chrome. You kind of want to have that as your color in between. And I'm going to do that as well for down here.
Yeah, so it makes a soft edge. You know,
Yes.
That's yeah.
Now, the next thing you do is Chrome is shiny. And so you go back to your white. And we've already established that this is the light source. So I'll make this nice and crisp. Actually, I'm going to enlarge that even a little bit more. And then you do the same thing here. That's my first, and that I'm softening it up just a little bit more. This is really easy to do when you have an airbrush.
Yeah.
But already you can
No,
see.
it's I can see. Yeah.
Now what you do is, now that you've done the highlight, you go in with a black or a really dark tone. I'm going to add another layer. And this is sort of like the stuff that's on the edge of the chrome. I'm not going all the way out to the edge because remember what I said about stuff reflecting back. And then a little bit on the other side. The edge, the outside edge, I keep very smooth, but the inside doesn't need to be as smooth as much because this bit of black is sort of like reflecting things that, like, you know, trees or things is on the edge of the background. So when you look at like this, suddenly that's looking a lot more spherical and shiny.
But you put black even on the side of the light.
Right. Now, one of the things you can do is if I was just to get rid of just the blue, and you can see that even without the blue and the ground, this is still looking pretty nice. And if I got rid of even that, looks a little chromy.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something like, say, like when I'm working with black and white ink and I'm doing a bumper of a car, I'm going to draw a bumper. With the round, a little bit of roundness on the edges. And I'm going to a couple of these things. Fill those up. Another way of approaching this is just from using black and white. Go in and let's see. Just go to the edge, but not touch the edge. And you cast a shadow. Oops. Erase that a little bit. And what I'll do is I'll start drawing this like it's a shadow, but then I'll come back in and do little white highlights to make it look a little shiny up there. So that kind of gives the impression, you know, just with black and white, you can almost create a chromy looking effect. So if you decide to then go back into this with, say,
If you put just a little bit of gray, can it
yeah,
be?
just a little bit of gray underneath it. Let's go in.
Because that's where I was going, like only gray and white and blue. I wasn't sure.
Well, let's
It's just that when you see like robotics or I don't know, the biomechanic, you know, it's all shiny and they put blue and it's like the image I had, but I would go only with gray, black, and white for my truck.
So here it is with just a little bit of blue as a shadow instead of gray.
Yeah, right, that's nice. We're used to see it like this.
So the nice thing is if you can get away from grays, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and add an even more darker blue to that, but still keep it vibrant as the shadow. So I haven't used grays at all. And that looks a little bit more bouncy.
Yeah, just with the red, if I put blue, I think it's gonna be too much.
Actually, blue is a nice, cool color and will make the red bounce more. Let me show you something. I'll just go ahead and hide this ball. Select
Huh?
this. Mumbling to myself, sorry about that. Okay. If I was to put in a nice red, behind this bumper, let me get rid of that. I'm trying to find which layer I have this black highlight on. I forgot where I put it. Well, I'll just, is that layer? No. Is it this layer? No. Is it that layer? No. Where did I put that? There it is.
Yeah.
So if I was to I'm not explaining this while I'm doing it. Probably should.
No, it's okay.
It's you.
So see how the red really isn't complaining too much with that blue? The blue is because it's a warm color. The blue is a cool color. It's actually using the red, which is a warm color, to bounce it. It bounces forward a little bit. I'm going to go into
If the red should, I don't know if it should reflect on Chrome 2 now, or
actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me finish up adding a little bit of, I just want to add some reflections on the red paint.
yeah, okay.
So let's see how much of a red that can take on the bumper. So I'll grab this red. And I'll put it up here on this bumper. Oops. But what I'll do is,
Yeah, that's nice.
and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to knock it back on the opacity. If you made it more like a pink, a little softer, just a hint of the reflection, that works pretty well.
Yeah, even with the blue.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I'm going to stop
Yeah,
sharing.
thank you very much, man. Because the next weekend I'm gonna work on this. So if I came back next Tuesday, maybe I can.
Oh yeah, we'd love to sit. And believe it or not, folks, it's been an hour. You've enjoyed Epic Sketch Time. We will be back next week. Hope to see you all then. Thank you, David, for showing up. Look for this link on the Facebook page and check that there'll be a link to where you can sign up to our email list. Or you can just go ahead and sign up on Eventbrite again, and you'll get a notice that way. Bill, thank you too for showing us and sharing your tips.
No problem.
And sorry I hogged the spotlight so much this week, but
I always find it's always nice to know have as much appropriate knowledge as you do sometimes.
okay. Thank you guys. See you.